move some stuff around here so we can.
I've been running and walking hills all day.
Yeah, you're
My
in good
legs
shape.
full of hell.
Yes, sir. One time the VA didn't want to pay one of my hospital bills. I've been in there a week with pneumonia.
In the hospital.
Okay.
Okay, then who gave Mary Way to be married to Joseph?
That part I don't know.
Okay, that's 3 on them.
Their daddy, I
You gotta
guess.
go back to
Yeah, but
church.
who the daddy? There you go. See what I'm
You mean
saying?
like name?
You gotta go back to
Well, I wasn't around then, so I really don't know. But
And
Well,
then
we
who
know you've
did
been for
all
a
the
while, a long
forgiving
time.
in the relationship? Who did all the forgiving in the
yeah.
Bible?
Oh, so, hey folks, welcome back to a brand new show of the Trailer Park Show. We're here again. We're not scripted. We're on live here. It's a great time to be on the show at this time. As you guys were noticing, we were talking about religion, and we just had this great conversation. They were telling us, "Hey, you're on the air," and then we're like, "That's okay. We're having a great talk. This is about today is just having a great
this
conversation."
is unscripted type of TV
Yeah, it's a
right
great
here.
conversation among friends.
It always is with us.
And today we're honored to have some great people here. Across from me we have POKEY, who is
Ain't been on in a while.
he ain't been on in a while, but he's here. The gentleman that you see right here is Billy Mays.
Brian
Brian
Why am I
Mays.
calling you Billy?
Brian
Yeah,
Mays.
Brian.
Billy, Mr. Mays, my apologies. Brian Mays,
Hometown
my
barbecue.
apologies. Why do I keep
what
on?
happened?
Why do I? Oh man, what was that lighting over there? Why do I keep
playing
on
it
saying
out.
Billy? There's an actor. Isn't there an actor named Billy Mays?
I don't know. I'm Brian Mays. I'm the
Yeah.
actor. I'm the actor.
You're
Brian
the
Mays.
actor, Brian, and yes, we have Brian Mays who's the actor. We have
Yeah, that's right. You acted. What movies you been in? Not to
I
catch
got
up.
10 movies I've been in. I've been in a movie with Al Pacino, Manglehorn, Unlock and Key, and I was there with Nicolas Cage, Joe. That's when I made Red Carpet on with Joe. And I was in there with Kevin Spacey, Life of David Gale, Sandra Bullock, Feed the Beast. I did Jay-Z birthday party when he sold Def Jam, Superman, Batman party. I did
Ain't too good with
Bounce
movies, I
with Me
guess.
with Eminem. I was a star on the Jay Kennedy show. And I just did one October Deep South with people out of England.
I'm sorry, Gabriel.
Gavino. Oh my God!
Gabriel. I'm sure.
It's always one of those things.
Wonder ain't been on in a while, huh?
And we keep on. I should let you know, Mr. Mays. We keep on messing up the names left and right. So please
That's
don't
all
think
right.
we're doing
I see it. I know I deal with people mess up.
You know. Okay, how do you deal with people messing up?
Just listen, don't say nothing.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And of course we have Mike Lee, who's
The conservative and the Republican in the Eternal Revolution. I switched hats tonight. I usually have my black. I left my black at home.
So why'd you change colors?
Because Matt
Well, what match what I have on? And then my buddy who I wear my hats in honor of, my best friend who passed away October 2nd. He had one this color too.
Oh, nice.
I found that out.
Very cool.
who had passed away?
Greg Stemmer. He used to play defensive back with the Houston Oilers with Earl Campbell and Robert Brazile and J.C. Wilson, all those guys. Vernon Perry. And,
Where you from?
he's from Lincoln Heights, more like me.
Okay, then. That's your homeboy, huh?
Yep.
All right. That's a good thing.
59 years of friendship.
That's good.
Very cool. Very cool. And today, folks, we are just having a great conversation amongst friends. We decided to have a different type of show than what we normally have. It's normally we have like a set of questions that we want to ask people. Today, we're like, let's just go ahead and just throw caution to the wind. Mr. Mays brought some great barbecue from Sam's Barbecue.
Sam's Barbecue is
I don't
good
need no
too.
teeth neither, baby. Come on down.
So you don't need no
You don't
teeth.
need no
You
teeth, right?
don't need no
You have
teeth. Eat
poker
your
right
beef,
now.
I
right?
ain't taking my teeth out of this table.
I thought now
don't
we
do
understand
that.
that you did take your teeth out outside
Right.
when you guys were trying the food, and we understand that it was really good.
It was good.
So
Need 'em.
I
don't have none.
Don't even miss
Need
that.
'em. I don't need them in here.
and we understand that Mrs. Pokey and Anthony are in the back room.
Anthony Wynn, yeah.
Anthony Wynn, they're in the back. They're taking care of the things. Ms.
I
Pokey
am
will-
talking about something back there.
Yes, and they're going to be coming out because we understand that whatever we don't eat today, or what's left that we don't eat, they're going to come over here and enjoy a plate and show off
Probably
to
for the
everybody
rest of the crew down there.
I know we joked about eating on the air, but I don't think you guys were serious. But I see right
Oh,
now
yeah.
with this barbecue in front of me, it's serious.
Well,
you know,
I ate so
it's always
much
about-
already.
It's always about the unexpected of what goes on, and sometimes you just got to, just enjoy the day.
Grab a chunk.
Grab a chunk.
Just got to go with it, huh?
Just gotta go with it, because hey, why not?
But I kind of wanted to talk with Brian about how we met. We kind of met by accident. I actually ended up by Brian's barbecue place because Cheryl Cole was having her press conference over
Yes.
there. And I wondered, I said, what's this place where she having a press conference? I've never been there. So I went there out of curiosity and being nosy, honestly. And I was in the shop, and I saw Brian. We were talking about the election, shortly after the election, and Brian said that he had voted for Trump. And really, honestly, I thought he was lying.
Yeah, me and Trump.
And I
partner.
hope that wasn't a good lie that you told me.
No, me and Trump partner.
Y'all partners?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man, Trump partner.
And then Brian told me he voted for Trump. I said, Cheryl Cole had a press conference at a place where the guy voted for Trump. That's worth
Means we're
asking
making
about.
progress.
We making progress.
Yeah.
That's
I
Yeah,
said,
they
well,
wouldn't even
I'm
come
in the
in.
right place.
Yeah, they wouldn't even come
Because I
in.
remember asking you, how did she say she came to make the press conference at your place?
Everybody that didn't want them. She welcome in my place. Everybody welcome in my place. I don't have no problem. If you want to show out, you can. Come on up here.
Okay.
You know, they really put me out there and make people realize me more and things like that. And, you know, see, when you blessed by God and you got God on your side, a whole lot of good things happen. You don't know what happened, so you can't explain it. So don't try to explain it, accept and roll with it.
Right.
And then we just started talking about life and things
Yeah,
that
and
happen
then I
in
met
life.
you, and we still rolling.
Very cool.
He was
And that-
he shared with me about how he changed his life,
Right.
how he used to be and how he is now, and why he made the change.
Right.
We talked a long time about that.
Well, I had to make my change. Because when you, at some point in your life, you have to change. You have to come to realize this ain't working here. So what you got to do? When I've been to prison, I did 10 years federal prison. I ain't ashamed to tell nobody. And then plus, I went to devil for down there 40 years. Probably longer than that. But then when I went to prison, the devil went off and left me. So I had to call on God. And then when I called on God, he came and helped me.
Right.
But I had to get understanding because we sit down and talk. I had to get understanding with each other because he told me if he forgive me, I got to learn how to forgive too. So I understood that. And I've been understanding, forgiving. I've been doing it, even though it hurt. My nephew been stealing from me just this year. I forgave him twice already. So you got to understand forgiving. I was forgave, so I had to forgive. But like I told my nephew this the second time, I done forgave you by stealing and breaking in my house.
Right.
Third time, I got to punish you. So that's what I'm saying. So you got to learn. I don't forgive. I forgive now. It's hard to forgive,
It is.
but you got to understand forgiveness. So one day you're gonna ask for forgiveness.
Right.
So once you have forgiveness, you got to understand forgiveness. So you got to forgive. Sometimes you got to forgive your children. Sometimes you got to forgive your wife.
True.
Sometimes you got to forgive your workers, co-workers. It's all about forgiving. Ain't nobody ever been taught forgiveness. Ain't nobody been taught forgiveness. They say they have you, ain't been taught forgiveness because if you do, you'll be forgiven.
But can there be a point when you just have to say, I can't forgive. I can forget. I can forget what happened.
But you got to forgive, but you can't forgive. But forgiving is, so you got to learn forgiveness.
Right.
Forgive me, I ain't got to forget about it, but I got to move on with it. I'm not going to hinder myself right here worrying about this. I'm going to forgive this, and I'm going to move on.
Right.
I'm not going to mess with you no more.
Right. No, I understand that part.
But I forgave that situation and moved on.
You see, because like for me, I'll share a story with you, but I won't go into the full details. But we had a conversation about this with a friend of mine who does a show called, or has a nonprofit organization called The Man in Me. His name is Isaac Rowe. Real nice guy. You'd love meeting him, and great conversationalist.
and he does plan. He's got a date for his family cookout.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
throw that in there real quick.
Right.
We're gonna plug the hell out of
It
it.
should be on the party website. Cause
It will
Dave
be.
and I, we've gone the last couple of years, haven't we?
Oh yeah. What happens is that he asked about forgiveness, being able to forgive and be able to forget about things. And I'm like, there's probably certain things in life where you can say, I'm going to forget about what happened.
Forgive.
But
I forgive.
when it comes to forgiveness, though, for me, I would say that there's probably some actions, some things that are just so severe that you can say, okay, I know what you did, I know what you've done, I know who you've hurt, but do I have to forgive you for what you've done? And you can say, no, I don't forgive you for what you've done because it was atrocious, it was bad, but I can understand what happened.
What is bad to you when you can't
Well, let's put it
forgive?
this way: child molestation. I'll give you good.
I
I'll share the
understand
story. I'll share the story.
I
I was 4
understand
years
that.
old and I was molested by a family member, and it's something that came to light. I mean, I had a feeling something had happened. We knew other family members were affected, but it wasn't until I was maybe 19 that I was with a friend, or this girl I was dating at the time, and we had we were playing around, and through one of the horse playing things, through horse playing, everything flashed back. And it for the most part, I'm like, okay, I understand what happened. I get it. I'm not gonna, I learned to understand what happened. I said, okay, it's fine. I accept the fact that it happened. But do I have to forgive but for me, I said, I don't have to forgive the person for doing that part.
You don't have to.
And so for me, I'm like, there's certain situations where you can say, I can forget, I can accept what went on, and I can use my higher levels of understanding to say why it happened. But when it comes at the bottom line, where we say, do we say, okay, I can forgive you? Yeah, eventually maybe. But at the same time, there's times where they're just so severe that you can't say. Yeah, because I'll even share this one also. So, I had my daughter was born in '96, and I got to raise her, and I was doing the parenting with my ex-wife at the time, and luckily enough, you understand everything that's going on in the background, and at the time, this is back in the '90s, people were always freaking out that your child gets a small bump. They're like, well, what's going on over here? What's happening? My daughter has a birthmark on her leg. It's a lighter complexion than the rest of her skin tone. And when we had taken her to the doctor one time, just because it was for a checkup, they asked about that, and they're like, well, what's going on there? And we're like, it's a birthmark. She's fine. And they were ready to, and this is in Nevada. They were ready to call CPS on us. Right. And so, you're taking care of a child, and you sometimes remember what's going on, what happened.
Somebody's knocking out there,
Mom.
Mom.
You have to be extra careful about what went on to make sure that you don't do any, you're not going to, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this. I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. But you had to be careful with how you took care of the private areas to make sure that if there was a slip, like on the leg or something because you're wiping or they get too irritated or whatever the case may be, that someone says, oh, well, there's something bad going on here. Let's go ahead and call CPS and let's go ahead and ruin this person's life for something that didn't happen. And I'll put it to this way. My daughter, no problems. Everything's great. And in fact, her and I have probably one of the best relationships, father-daughter relationships out there. But we came to the understanding that, yeah, something happened back then when I was younger. She knows about it. My wife knows about it. And we're good to go. Mrs. Pokey.
Yeah, you can't hear that?
we got somebody knocking on the door. It's kind of funny.
The door's locked out there. Is what's going on, folks. Yeah. And Mom and Dad's having fun in there, and they don't hear nobody knocking on the door.
Beating
on the door.
But another forgiveness. Mm-hmm. I had to forgive a whole lot of times because my wife.
There she is. Come on in here.
Mm-hmm.
My wife used to cheat on me a whole lot, right?
Why don't we bring that chair and let Laura Pressley come? Laura Presley's going to be on Mike Lee's show next.
Yep.
No, you can sit out here.
Y'all are hogging that barbecue.
You probably got something to talk about anyway.
Yeah. They're hogging the barbecue. I got me a plate. This is the diet plate, by the way.
You want to sit by me?
Hello, man.
Good old folks.
And so now we get to see the
Hey, how you doing?
Well, we won't be able to see the cheek because you're wearing blue. And so
You too.
You'll be a talking head.
you're talking head there.
Station 24.
Thank you. Made me jealous a bit.
Oh, y'all know each other?
No, she made me jealous. She made me jealous. She gave Pokey a hug.
Look, we match.
Pretty much, yeah.
So let's go back to your
Talking about forgiveness.
Get you on one.
Talking about forgetting, right? See, Mike's wife cheated on me, right? Mm-hmm. I've been married with my wife 10 years, and we had 4 kids together. But I was in prison. I got out of prison, and I wanted my kid at home. So when I get my kid to come home, we had him in school. My wife been lying all these years about my kid was my kid.
Right.
Couldn't find out, ain't now one of them kids mine.
Wow.
None of them.
Right.
You didn't know what you were jumping into here.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And then we come in, right? And then so my wife we married 10 years.
Right.
I got 2 girls and 2 boys by my wife. These my kids. My wife tell my kid name is Mays.
Mm-hmm.
M-A-Y-S.
Right.
My kid, these my kid, all for my kid that name Mays, these my children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm married to my wife 10 years. But then, when I get a divorce, because the lady said, Brian, these are not your children. How you gonna tell me my damn kid?
Oh yeah.
She said, Brian, look at these birth certificates. All my kids got different daddies. All 4 of them got different daddies. Harvey, Alexander. So I didn't believe it. I thought it was fake. So I went and filed for my divorce. I had to take blood tests. My wife didn't want to take a blood test. She was scared.
Right.
But I wasn't worried about that. We got to know the truth right here. So it took 2 years because she had prolonged that long.
Right.
He come back. Mr. Mays, stand up. Miss Mays, stand up. Brian Mays, you do not have to pay Cynthia Denise Mays no more money. Child support, $850 stopped as of today. Why? When it come to Shantae Alexander, who the hell is that? This is the oldest daughter right here. When it come to Alexander, what the hell is this? 99.9, not yours, Mr. Mays. When it come to Risa Harvey.
This sounds like one of them shows that my old lady watch on TV.
I say Risa Harvey.
You mean Mari?
Say,
Yeah, that's it.
Say when it come to that, 99.9, not yours. When it come to Darren MacArthur, who the hell is MacArthur? When it come to 99.9, not yours. The baby, now hold up, Your Honor. You said the baby looks just like me. This is my baby. This is why you made me pay child support behind this baby here. You say the baby looks just like me. You say you made me pay $850 a month for all this. He said, Miss May, wait a minute. When it come to Larry Button Jr., who in the hell is Larry Button Jr.?
You do got a lot to forgive.
So, when it come to Larry Button Jr., 99.9, not yours. This is my baby you talking about, sir. My baby not mine?
Yeah.
Not even your baby, not yours. So I've been married 10 years to a false marriage and everything like that.
This started out from religious discussion.
We
How
talking
you got
about
to forgive
forgiveness.
things.
Talking about forgiveness.
Started
He got to
forgiving.
forgive, and then he got to forgive. And
No, we all have
There's
to
a
forgive.
lot- I gotta
there's a
forgive.
lot of blessings in forgiveness.
Right, but we don't know that because we never taught that.
I know.
A lot of people weren't taught that, but your blessings come from forgiveness.
That's
This is what I
right.
got to understand, cause I've been married 6 times. My first wife had a baby one mine, and I forgave her and married her and went on and had the greatest daughter in the world by her. So that's a blessing now.
Yeah.
And I forgave my other wife for the 4 kids she had on me, and I'm a millionaire.
Well, it's not easy to do.
It's not easy to
And
do.
you have to do a lot of prayer, and you have to do a lot of introspection. And
What's that mean?
introspection means looking inside yourself.
How you
a
gonna do that?
PhD,
Though?
we can ask her these things.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm
I ain't got my
gonna
computer to look it up right now.
It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of prayer and asking for that grace, because it doesn't come by just accident.
Who you got to ask?
The Lord.
And why did Lord let this happen to me?
Well, we don't know. You don't know what you were supposed to learn from that.
Right.
That's it. We all are here to learn and to do better and to develop.
And you learn by making mistakes.
You do. That's what is experience.
That's experience.
That's
I should
right.
have learned a long time ago.
Yeah, but you can't go with
And
men.
did you?
Women learn faster than men.
Well, I might agree.
Huh?
I might agree on
You
that.
supposed to agree on that.
I might.
I do look at all wives and all husbands. Look at the household. Who run things in your household, Pokey? Don't be ashamed. Tell it.
Yeah, I
You're
wear
on
the
TV,
pants.
Pokey.
My old lady pick them out.
Yeah, she picked the color for you.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
you got to tell the truth. Everybody know here, all us men here, we all educated, but we all have wives. And we all know our wives run things.
It's a balance. It's a balance. I think a male and female, relationship is a balance, and we complement each other.
Right.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
it's an understanding of superiority.
All right.
Right.
I don't know about that. Well, that's not what.
When it comes to the household,
Oh,
when it
you
comes to
gonna
the
start
day-to-day
something now.
operations, I'll put it to
Wait a
this
minute. Wait a minute. Listen.
Well, it's
When
not-
when it comes to the household and the day-to-day operations, the things that go on in the house, it's the women that are superior to all that.
What's called delegation, right?
Well,
You
well,
delegate
well,
No, they
one
call it for
thing
real.
to
Oh,
another.
no,
delegate
no,
to
there's not
another.
delegation. There is no delegation in my house. My wife says, "This is what I'm going to do. This is how we're going to take care of it." I say, "Yes, dear. You're absolutely correct. I love you." And then we go to bed and we're good to go. And then
But I tell me,
thank
my
her in the
wife,
morning
this
for
my
letting me breathe
7th
one more
wife
day.
here I got. I'm good with this one here. I ain't gonna do it no more. This is my last one here. I understand this one. Because now we had counseling before I got married. I ain't have counseling at first. I just got married. See, I understand what counseling means now. You need counseling when you get married. Why? Because you're gonna lay everything on the table.
It's called the truth.
I call
you know, the
everything on
truth,
table.
you know.
You tell the truth.
Yeah. But I think the balance is the key. You've got to have a balance.
What's the
and-
balance though? In your bank account, well.
No, balance. I'm talking about, you know,
Yin and
responsibility,
yang type or-
Yeah, I want a
responsibility,
balance, yeah.
emotional balance, sharing, honesty. It's not easy in a relationship. It's not easy in a
It's
marriage.
easy mine. I know what to do now. So I know not to mess up.
That's right.
So I know what to do now.
I
I
ain't
know how
got
to
to worry
mind
about
my.
it.
See, you hard-headed, Pokey.
No, my
You get a
leg
lot-
tell me what I messed up. What I take.
You get a whole lot of stuff thrown at you, Pokey.
Yeah, I do.
Your wife throw a whole lot of stuff at you. What does it take? Oh, ooh, baby, almost got me there. Keep on
Yeah.
running mouth, Pokey. Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's all right though. I like forgiveness now 'cause I learned it.
Yeah.
But I had to
It's a
forgive
lot
now. All
of-
my kids love me now.
lot of freedom when you forgive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, been abused
Because-
one way or the other, I guess.
My 4 kids not mine, but they mine by love, not blood.
Right.
So they still my kids.
You their daddy.
Yeah, 'cause when
Oh,
Jesus
really?
when Jesus was born, Joseph never said this is my stepson. Jesus said this is my son.
Joseph said it's my son.
This is my son, right?
Oh yeah, I say that to my stepdaughter. About my stepdaughter, like we talked about that when we were at.
You don't
at
tell
your
you don't tell her that, do you?
No, I call her my little one. I call her my little one. She calls me daddy in front of her biological father.
Right.
And then I
Yeah.
call her my little mijita. My
Right.
you know.
You
I
don't
have-
say this is my stepchild. You
Oh
don't
no. And then when we go to wherever we go, I go, this is my little one, and
Right.
or this is my daughter, or so yeah.
It's respect. And everybody give respect back.
Oh yeah.
I
If you
think
give it, you earn it back.
men that father other men's children have a special place in heaven. I believe that because
Ain't no nobody went there and told me.
well, I'll tell you what. I think men that
They gotta tell me
father kids that are not theirs
Yeah, they good
are
people.
just angels on
They
this
are.
earth.
They on this
So
earth, right.
so y'all that do it,
Cause I'm one now.
it's fabulous.
I got 18 kids.
Wow.
I got
Because
18.
they need a male role model.
I
They
got
need-
18 by I got
they do.
18 kids. I got 9 by love and 9 by blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they all my kids. I don't raise them all.
A father's love is different than a mother's love.
It
It's
is.
totally
It's
different.
totally different.
It's a balance again, guys. It's a balance. Men and women, there's a balance.
How long
there.
you been married?
I've been married since '99,
How
so
many
18
times?
years, twice.
9
Yes,
apiece?
my first husband was I was physically abused. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and I was a single mom for 13 years. And
You strong.
my husband now is just an angel.
But I still like his car.
You like his car? I love his cars, Andy. I love him.
Yeah,
So,
he got some nice, but that Model T is
yeah, he's got a Model A.
Model A.
It's a Model A. Yeah.
It's old.
Yeah,
It's one of them old
It's
cars.
old,
It's
it's
restored.
old. It's old.
Man, he wants to put his, into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I want some advice from Brian. He's good for advice because he knows everything.
I know everything.
For real.
And then I don't know.
You got a lot of experience to share.
You
I
know,
know about everything. I know about life,
Right.
price, everything. I know everything.
you know,
Remember
Demo-
Sam's barbecue for how many decades?
40 years.
you know, I like to talk politics and religion, but Democrats run this town. What do we as conservatives and Republicans need to do to make a dent in this town, to make it a two-party town?
Finally, back into my politics.
You want to ask me that
Worry about,
question?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you about mine.
Yes, Brian.
Worry about mine.
Then I know your list.
I do my
Your list
business.
is too long for this.
I
show.
do my business a whole different total from everybody else do their business. Everybody want to tell all their business. You want to put everything on the internet. You don't have nothing to yourself. We tell everything we do. How you gonna ever
Yeah.
have a secret?
Yeah.
Why you want to tell everything you do?
It's ego. It's ego. It's
Ego will
ego.
set her back. That's a setback for me, ego. I don't have no internet, I don't have no Facebook, I don't do all the other stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was trying to look
I
you
don't
up.
do none of that. They
Good
can't give me
job.
like they got to talk to me like this.
It's a distraction.
I don't play that.
It's
Everything
a
you do.
distraction.
You
Let's
know all
get
your
back to
business.
his question here. I ain't sure where we're going to get an answer on his question.
We got that question is around the world question. So I can answer that question with a whole lot of different things. First of all, we got to keep that money. See, one thing we don't have is that money. Donald Trump, everybody on Donald Trump is a billionaire. It's hard to be around a whole lot of broke folks. It's hard. And y'all ain't want like Donald Trump. Here we think the same way. I don't want to be around a whole lot of broke folks. I've been around a whole lot of broke folks all my life. All they do is pull me down. I try to get up, help everybody. I helped everybody on 12th Street, the homeless. I done put you in shelter. I done clothe you. I done call the police. I done help you. I done save you.
You
I
done
done
at the
everything.
trailer park tonight.
Huh?
You at the trailer park
Yeah,
tonight.
I do a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. But when it's coming back? We broke. I'm dealing with broke folks. Donald Trump, they see Donald Trump. What is he? A Republican? They got money.
My kind of friend, huh?
They got money. See, everybody don't think money is nothing. We don't need no money. We got to get unity. If we ain't got unity, we're going to need something. Everybody, we don't have unity among each other. Democrats ain't got no unity. They don't want to stick together. We got a handful over here, a handful over here. Come on, all of us can't join together, and we join together as one, we strong.
That's a good point.
We separate. Look at us. The wickedness, how you wicked Democrats? By separating them. How you break homes up? By taking their daddies and grandpas away. Leave mama and grandma there trying to raise the family.
So
Where they go,
It's
they
called
go to
divide and conquer, right?
They go, yeah,
divide and
divide and
conquer.
conquer.
So-
Where the men go? Military, penitentiary, half of them gay. All this bullshit.
Can't figure out which bathroom we go to.
So,
Come
so
on now.
is this, so
This
is
big
this,
man. It's a shortage of man shortage.
so is this would you consider this a political action that was it politics that caused this, or was it just a cultural change?
Well, if you keep people separated, they are never going to be together and for the good of each other.
Right.
Okay. So I think it's a strategy to keep us segregated,
There
keep
you
us
go.
separate, keep us divided
And keep from talking to each
from
other.
talking to each other. Because I'll tell you what, the spiritual connection we have as human beings is when we talk to each other.
Right.
Facebook is BS.
That's bullshit.
Texting is BS. Okay. You know how much distraction that's
And
causing
calling
people?
folks.
We don't have the connection. We don't look in each other's eyes and have empathy for each other.
Right.
Okay?
Well, we don't have human contact.
We don't have human contact. Because
Why?
we because
But
we
you got this stuff. in
because
between.
When they're separating, see what's separated?
we're not
See what's
powerful
separated?
when we're
That's tough.
separated.
You power when we strong.
You got it, sweetheart.
That's why I like you. She gonna make me be my friend already. See, y'all been here long, y'all ain't talking
It's the
about nothing like that.
truth. It's the
It took a
truth.
woman to come here and straighten this up, man. For real.
It's the balance.
It's a
And you wonder
balance.
why we
telling
say,
you.
and you wonder why we say when it comes to the household that the women are superior.
No, we're not
Right.
superior. I think we're
They're different. They're
complementary.
different.
Yeah.
It's different and complementary,
But
guys.
see, what we
no
need
one
to
is
work
above
on-
no one's above the other.
Right.
That's the
They
way
all
that's the way we are.
What we need to work on is unity. See, everybody ain't
We
working on
agree
unity.
with more than we disagree. Do you know that?
Right.
We really do.
We had to work on unity. Like all us getting together here now. We had to bring it strong with everybody.
Can I ask a hard question?
If it's hard, what is it?
Brian
This is
to
a
take
hard.
it.
Well, this is a hard one in Austin. Do you think men should be in women's bathrooms?
No.
No.
Damn, I always wanted.
I'm like,
All right.
you know how many
There you
people
go, go
think
get in
that?
trouble.
You know how
You
many
better
people
duck.
think that? I'm,
better duck.
you
What's
know,
that? You better
I'm
duck.
gonna
You gonna
duck.
throw
I'm
something
gonna
at it.
duck. But I'm
I
telling
would
you,
have shoot her
Yeah,
head
but
back.
so-
you know
that.
that people actually agree on this.
It's bullshit.
We do agree on it.
I don't want no
bet
man to rescue my
90%
wife.
I bet 90% of people agree. But you know what? We're divided on this.
I don't want nobody
I'll tell
rescue
you,
my children.
my dad, who died a long time ago when I was in high school. If he was alive today, he would be losing his mind.
About that bullshit.
Yeah, that changed.
Okay?
That's
He'd be losing his
started out
mind.
that you
Are
weren't
you
gonna talk about.
crazy? Are
But they
you?
get-
He
who
will go,
started
are
it?
y'all
Change.
crazy?
Hey, but who started this? Who started Democratic Party?
Democrats.
It's for separation. It's to divide and
Which
conquer.
political party started that?
Okay.
Yeah, which one started
And if
this?
you can destroy the family, and if you can destroy
Yeah, that's
the
what
most
I'm
ba-
saying.
the most basic
go,
of
baby. There
men
you
and
go.
women separation,
It's a
balance,
family.
then you've got us, and
got
we're
us.
not giving that up.
They not getting up.
We're not giving it
So you
up.
don't want to
See-
say which political party actually did that.
Black folks.
That's not a political party.
We know.
I mean, but yeah, they
And it's-
support
and
this
it's-
to the
Yeah,
black
and
yeah,
folks.
it's a
but
danger.
It's the party that most African Americans support.
It's the
Right.
Democrats, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's why I was surprised when I met you and you said you voted for Trump.
Why
I was surprised.
Trump trying to help us.
I
He
know.
is. He
I know
is.
Y'all don't think he's trying to help us?
that. I know
He
that.
is.
Why y'all
He
won't
is.
vote for him?
I voted for him.
See?
I won $100 back. I'm still trying to collect my money.
Right. But you
I bet $100 on him. He's come down the escalator.
What happened?
A friend of mine in Florida,
Y'all talked about
he can't be
Syria
here. I
yet?
said, bet you $100.
Probably
Still
won't.
trying to collect my money. I want my money.
Right. We came
You
at
been in these
everything.
talks for 40 years.
I've been here for a year running my business on the east side, right?
We
You gonna
can't-
change a whole lot because they separating us.
That's right.
They separating us over here. So what we got to do as us now, like I try to tell everybody, we all came on a damn different ship, but now we're in the same damn boat. So we all got to help each other now.
That's right.
We all got to be a unity up now. In this boat we in now, we all got to be a unity up while we're in this boat. And if we build a unity up this time, we're not going to be separating no more. I don't care what color you're, black, white, green, blue, or purple, what. We all got to get together and bring unity together with us. Because if they don't, they're going to separate again.
Hold on here now. We got this crew running this damn ship, and black people 90% vote for the Democrats to run the damn thing.
But they don't
And,
know better, though.
Looks to me like
They don't know
it
better.
does matter.
They don't
It's
know
like they
better.
done ran it up on
But they
rocks.
don't know better, though.
They don't.
They don't know better. Because
Well, how
they
do we
would talk.
teach them?
Well, I'll
and
tell
show
you
them
one
better?
thing.
We can't teach, we got to show them.
We gotta show them
Well,
better.
here's the deal.
We got to show them better.
You know
Can't
the
teach
day-
them better because
the
they
day-
going to listen.
The data said more African Americans voted for Trump than have ever voted for a Republican presidential candidate.
Right.
Okay, they're paying attention. They really are.
They ain't paying
They
attention.
know. No one trusted Hillary. Nobody did.
Oh, for
The
what?
Democrats, Hillary didn't even make it as the candidate.
How you gonna trust her? She
She's-
don't know what
she-
magic is.
She
She's
stole
told.
it from Bernie. Okay, every Democrat knew that.
Right.
Okay, so they knew that their own party
Right.
was
Right.
running the wrong thing. Okay, they
Talking the
knew
wrong
it.
stuff that she wasn't talking about helping us.
She wasn't.
She talking about helping some damn children. We help our own goddamn kids. We don't need that. We help our own kids. We got to help each other first to be able to help our children. If the parent don't get no help, how is the parent going to help the children?
Yeah.
You got to start right from the beginning. And Donald Trump, me and you cool, baby. Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying.
Well, he was talking. He was talking to people across lines, across party lines, and they heard and they listened, and
They tricking us out of our money.
yeah.
The other country tricking us
Right.
out of our money. So y'all don't want Donald Trump to go help and get that back?
Would you want your
Yeah,
job?
I
Do you want
voted
your
for it,
jobs
yeah.
back here
Right, do you
in the
want your
United
job
States?
back
Do
in
you
the
want your
United
jobs back?
Do y'all remember when they took all our job factories away from here and took
That's
them
right.
overseas?
I worked in the semiconductor industry. So many of our jobs, the technical jobs from and it's interesting, the semiconductor manufacturing, there's jobs at all levels. People with high school educations, people with associate's degrees, people with college degrees, lawyers, there's accountants. There's a whole slew of just a distribution of all kinds of education levels. Those jobs left, man, because they gave the tax incentives if you went overseas.
Overseas.
No more.
No.
And Trump said no. And I'll tell you, everybody
bring it back.
He's bringing it back because everybody who worked in those industries, whether
Yeah.
it was automobiles, semiconductor, whatever, they knew he was right because they saw their jobs go. And we
then
said
what's
no
so good,
more.
And everybody went, what happened when all them jobs left? Everybody got on welfare.
They did.
Yeah, food
Everything,
stamps.
food stamps, everything raised up. Now the whole world messing up now. Y'all don't see what you just done?
Yeah, that's right.
And we got to deal with this for 15, 20, 30 years. And everybody else, they never talk about bringing nothing back.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody,
They act like-
Obama,
they
nobody.
always say it ain't coming back.
It ain't coming
well,
back.
yes, it is.
It
It
is
depends
coming
on the
back.
leadership. You got to have a leadership that.
And they got B now to buy it back. How we gonna deal with these broke folks? They ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Trump said, I don't want your money, buy me no airplane. I got one.
Yeah.
I don't want you to give me no paycheck every month. Donate that paycheck to somebody who needs it. Who else done that?
Well,
You
his.
got to think about the best thing now. That's all thing. We all can think about bad things with everybody. We all can think about the bad thing. But we just think about the good thing and work on a good thing, we'll be all right.
Well, I think that was Trump's appeal to African Americans, Hispanics, and people on the lower income bracket because they saw their jobs go.
Every day.
And he said, he's bringing them back. He actually talked about it. No one would even talk about it, that it was a possibility to bring them back, and he's doing it. He's keeping them. He's doing it. I
He's
think
doing good to me.
that's his appeal.
I like
Yes.
to know my birthday one day after his. His June the 14th, mine June the 15th.
Mine June 10th.
So you're Gemini too. That's why you in there. You don't even know you like him too. You just ain't saying it out your mouth. Yeah, Gemini's good power people.
One of the things that came up as a result of the of what we're talking about right now is some of the jobs that we're talking about. And now one of the things that I agreed upon many years ago is that in order to take care of what needs to be taken care of, we need to bring manufacturing back. In order that way we build and produce our own stuff.
That's right.
However, in a recent study that they did, there was actually a report that was done, and I want to say it's in Forbes. What they found out is that now a lot of the jobs that they're looking at now when it comes to manufacturing is being replaced, is now being robots. We're having everything being done, being automated. I mean, you guys remember how GM was 30 years ago?
Yeah.
When you saw.
But Gabriel, someone's got to perform maintenance on those robots, okay?
Which means that the people that they had originally, if you had 10,000 workers at a company and you're putting in automated services or you're bringing in automation in there, not all those 10,000 people are going to be doing are not going to be repairing.
Maintenance.
They're not going to be doing the maintenance. You're going to be having a smaller amount of people that will be doing it. So it's one of the things that happens when it comes to bringing automation into the service industry or into manufacturing, is that you do lose out on some people that they say, well, you don't cut the mustard.
Well, and you've seen that since 1920 when Ford Motor Company brought in automation because they couldn't hire people to do one thing over and over and over and over again. That's since the 20s, right? So if you think about it, I'm going to give you an example. Think about, and this is an example that a friend of mine has come up with. If you think about a computer chip, how many jobs are in that computer chip? Well, you think about the engineers or the designers of the fab or the maintenance guys or the plumbing guys or whatever. And then you think about, they're going to the barbershop. They're going to eat barbecue. They're going out to eat. They're buying their kids clothes. You know how many jobs are in a computer chip?
It's
a ton of them. It's a ton of them.
Samsung bought me fuels my truck.
That's right, exactly. So
Samsung paid insurance on my truck.
you got it. So you think about the jobs
I love
in
Samsung.
the jobs in that computer chip. There are just so many that are just fingers out into the community, and you take that away, it is just exponentially negative impact. So even though, Gabriel, I agree, automation has been there since the start of the 20s, okay? And we've managed it.
Automation comes, more different kind of jobs come.
That's right. There are different kinds of jobs. That's right.
That's right. They may go from 10,000 employees down to 5,000, but those other 5,000 get laid off. We'll get other jobs in the past. How am I saying this? It will lead to further manufacturing with more
Related. Manufacturing related jobs.
Everybody don't know
right.
what happened though. Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
All right. First, I want to know how we're gonna get everybody to vote Republican.
First, we got to talk about it. Everybody got to get
You
on
got
the
to
same
fix the election
page.
system, Pokey.
Right. You got to fix all
that's
that. And then the gift.
That's right.
They got all these robots
You can
and
tell
control
all day
now, right?
long.
One button can mess all that up.
What button?
The internet button.
Boy.
Oh, tell me.
It'll
You're
mess everything
brilliant.
Up. It'll mess everything up.
You're
If they
brilliant.
think way to blow the internet up and stop it in there, we all in trouble.
You know what happened in Dallas Friday night?
Yeah, the alarm went off.
Yeah, you heard about that?
Oh, yeah.
They turned all the damn sirens on all over town.
Right.
We're talking about family. I got to get news.
So somebody hacked and did that? Somebody
They
hacked and
into
did
it
that?
and cut it off. So,
That's
so
hilarious.
If you got,
oh my
if
gosh.
you got this company here,
Who
Damn
knew?
near all night.
Who
Right.
knew?
see what I'm saying? If you got this all night going on,
Kennedy hit her first home run and knocked it in 200 runners. There were two people on base and one of her granddaughters.
Good boy.
what?
Girl.
But you're right. You know,
Anyway.
with all the internet stuff, it's
Everything going in there.
we're very vulnerable to it.
We vulnerable.
Incredibly vulnerable.
If they said that we don't even know each other's phone number no more. We don't get our phone. We used to remember phone number.
Right.
They take my phone, I'm lost.
That's what I'm saying.
That happened last time I went to jail. I didn't know.
But how you gonna call somebody? Every day they got us so spoiled on everything. We ain't went all the year without a damn phone, just in the house. Yeah, we got phone, internet, everything. We don't got everything. We don't keep nothing in our mind record nowhere. Everything on our damn phone. I don't know. Let me check my phone. Let me get my phone look.
Well, that makes us weak.
Make us
It's
very
weak and easily
Vulnerable.
victimized. Okay, so you
Why
know
everybody wanna be weak?
I have a lot of
Why
friends.
everybody accept that?
That's right. I have a lot of friends who still have a landline. Okay.
Right.
And they're not going to give that up because you know what? When the cell towers go down,
We in trouble.
you're in big trouble, baby. So
don't
you
even
got to
know
have
it.
a landline. Okay, all of it. You know, technology
It's
is
good.
great,
Don't get me wrong.
but it makes you more vulnerable, and you got to
You're
be
weak.
aware
Yeah.
of that. You got to be aware of it and be prepared.
Here, Laura.
You're weak. I'm not no weak man. I don't want to be weak.
We don't want our men weak. I'm going to tell you that. Women, we want our men strong. We do.
You don't want us wearing skinny jeans, right?
No.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate
want
it.
you.
I'm
I
tweeting
want
that
you
part that
packing, and I don't want you wearing skinny jeans. How about that? That's what I think.
You supposed to be packing.
I want you
You
with
ain't have no
the
backpack.
yeah, not a backpack.
You silly boy.
I love it.
But it's gonna be all right though. But we got to. There's a lot of things we got to build together.
Put your phone up.
What they did, they separated us and made Republican
Girl,
Democrats.
hit that home run.
Right.
Got
They
to tell everybody.
separated us. They took all the poor folk down here and made us the weakest one, and then all the rich folk, Republicans over here. They think we're gonna fight against each other. What we ought to do, we just say, fuck it, they gonna be with them.
Right.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
Well, I want my men masculine. I'm going to tell you that. I expect it.
Yeah, but I mean, for real. We all just trick them and say, we're not gonna go against y'all, we're gonna go
That's
with
your
y'all.
power. That's your God-given power.
Right.
Okay?
But
It is.
fighting against them, we not gonna win. Trump's still in the damn office. You ain't gonna put him out. Y'all did all that marching for what? He in there. Why y'all doing that stupid stuff? If we
It's a
gonna
waste,
do
isn't
something,
it funny?
it's
It's a waste
it's a
of
waste
time.
of time.
It's a waste of time.
And everybody think he doing something. See, you ain't doing nothing. See, what they should is, see, we all gonna go with Trump. The whole world gonna go with him. Then see how he gonna act. They're gonna surprise him. Go ahead, no more complaining. We all together now. Once we all become together, can't nobody hurt us.
That's right. That's very true.
We hurting ourselves in this unit. We
It's
hurting
true.
ourselves out here. In this world, we all hurting ourselves. Why we separate and try to go against each other? If we all come together, we'll be solid. They couldn't touch the United States.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But we're gonna have, unfortunately, where
Yeah, I mean, who wants to come together with somebody that don't know what bathroom to go into?
We don't do no.
No.
Just don't, I tell you what, they don't put no signs on there. Just go in them.
He's gonna want to put a sign up there say anybody go in
And
there.
if somebody in there that's wait, not gonna know. They don't have where everybody going at one time. One at a time. Men, women, or whoever.
See, what that does is
Well, men don't
it's
clean
kind
up
of
behind themselves. I already know it's nasty. And they don't clean up behind
men are.
themselves.
I know it.
Man, they
I'm
don't clean up
telling
behind
you.
themselves. They
That's
piss on
right.
every damn thing.
That's right.
They piss behind a commode. I ain't never seen men that piss behind a commode. You missing every damn thing. Shit. And then,
Big old can't get it in there.
yeah. And then you got, see, a whole lot of stuff come with that.
All right, here we go. The bathroom.
Do we want to know?
Yeah, we on all kind of stuff. Everything go tonight. See, we can get up.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes.
Well, we're gonna, that's good. I mean, like now, you have one restroom, one at a time. But if you're in a gym or a big old hall, you got more than that. You put a woman there, and me and him.
But you say we all got to get along, but some of us want to say put both in the same one.
Man, they should never legalize that other gay stuff.
See, they want to do that. How we gonna get along
But
with
they
them?
already done it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
How
what.
do we get along with them?
They already, it's easy. It's easy to get on with gay people. Just be friendly and share with them.
But
You ain't
you
got
say
to
I
tip-
want to come in the bathroom with
Yeah,
your
but-
little girl or
No, you can't go in there with the girl. There you out of line.
well.
See, now you bullshitting. See what I'm
No,
saying? Yeah. I'm just telling you, somebody tell me that, come on, you said, why you in now? You get your ass up out of there.
That's the man. That's
we need
the
that
male.
man
That's
thing.
the masculine power. You say no. That's not gonna happen.
You get your ass
That's
up out
not
of there.
gonna happen here.
You ain't gonna do my little girl now.
That's right. That's
I got a
right.
little girl in the restroom. Here come,
And I tell you one thing: if you let men and women go in the same bathroom, I mean, you know, that's a distraction, guys. The big picture is we're trying to make men and women equal. Well, you know what?
can't do that.
We're complementary.
you can't. A
We're
man never
not.
be equal to a woman. First of all, a woman can do something we can't do.
complementary.
It's true.
First thing, a
Damn
woman
baby.
do something we
And
can't
they're
do.
trying to,
When it's
trying
one
to
thing,
separate that.
if that woman do a whole lot of things we can't do. First of all, she come up here, you don't.
that's true.
There's a whole lot of things we don't. First, she can go piss in the corner, you can't.
But we have treats.
You see what I'm saying? A whole lot of things a woman can do that we can't do.
Right.
A woman strong than we are.
They're in
And
some
we
way,
think we
we're
cold.
different. We're very
And
different.
men think they running things because they got muscle and things like that. That ain't what run shit. Your grandma ain't had 9 months. She ran everything. Who my grandma more than anybody? Paw. Grandma run everything. A female run everything. But a man got to be, I'm running everything. No.
You're running your mouth. That's
Bro,
about
that's
all.
And everybody know that.
The reality now is that we know that there's men out there that know the true role when it comes to relationships and that part. And
Right.
when it comes like we were saying, we know that it's going to be in many cases it's going to be, or most cases, it's going to be the women that are going to be kind of running the show, especially when it comes like we were talking about.
A real show, not a play show.
Right, the real show, exactly.
A real show.
But do you think men are the protectors of the family?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
That's what men got job doing in a relationship.
That's right.
Men got to
that's
provide
that's the
and
power
protect.
of men.
A woman got
is.
things doing in a relationship. She got to cook and serve.
I got that one.
You
I
gotta
got
take
lucky.
care of
You know how long it took me to get that?
When a woman got them kids, so you got to
Well,
have kids.
women are the nurturers. I mean, there's
Right.
there's crossover. When I was a single mom, I was a protector of my family.
You don't want that.
Okay, because I had to, right?
Yeah.
And now when there's male and female, you have roles that
Yeah,
you
bro, you got to play.
you help. It helps to have different roles.
How old are you now?
I'm 54.
Ask all this stuff.
You got a lot of sense.
I have a lot of sense.
You got a lot of good sense at 54.
Thank you.
Right. That's good.
But I believe that there's, why
all
would you
want
want to?
to
Why would you want this people running and doing the same job over and over and over? You delineate and you cover more ground. Okay,
Is that one of them words again? Delineate?
It's one of those PhD words.
it's an easy
Okay.
word. Whatever,
Okay,
Pokey,
you know what it
Pokey.
I can't even spell that something.
But I do believe I do believe that men want to be the protectors,
They ought to protect
and I believe that's their power.
their job.
Yeah.
You got to protect your kids, your house.
I mean, I protect when I was a single mom. I protect my daughter. I protect my husband if something's happening. I'm there. I'm
You
his
supposed to be
best.
there.
I'm
That's
his
right.
best. I'm his best
Yeah.
advocate, right?
Yeah,
You
I
can
got my
protect each
bodyguard.
other.
My wife, my bodyguard. When I go to my movie shoots and very well.
That's right.
I got my daughters around.
You
I
did a
got
bunch of movies.
I do movies, yeah.
That's great.
And I got you can Google me. I got how many times
I don't
I
have my
got
phone. See, I'm just talking to you. I don't need a
Yeah,
phone. You tell me the story. You tell me.
Well,
I'm gonna say about my movie. I'm gonna show I made red carpet. I'm the 4th black man in Texas made red carpet.
What movies you been in?
Joe, Nicolas Cage, Al Pacino, Holly Hunter, Sandra Bullock, Kevin Spacey,
Wow.
Annie LaWinlow, Jay-Z, Eminem, and Jay Kennedy show. And I just finished one in October, Deep South.
That's
They
awesome.
made me the main character now.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Impressive.
So I'm doing all right.
You are doing all right.
That's why I say when you change life, good things happen to you and for you. So when you change, the best man to get is a changed man. If you get a changed man, you got the best man in the world.
Yeah, you both kind of change.
Right.
In our.
You don't want no
both-
man that never changed, still doing the same
You know,
shit.
people say, be who you are.
That's what
No,
they
no,
say.
no.
No.
No. That's a
hell
cop
no.
out,
That's
okay?
the worst thing.
Be what
I
you
had-
can
yeah,
be.
I had to learn that
Be
the
what
hard
you
way.
can be.
Right.
I had to learn that the hard way because for years I had always considered myself like the Red Foreman from that '70s show. He never cried. He was basically straightforward. He called people names whenever they had to, but showed no emotion. And it wasn't until just recently, probably about 2 years ago, that I actually had to learn how to change in order to create the relationship that I needed
That's right.
in that part. Now I still don't cry. I sweat from my tears. I sweat from my eyeballs, but I don't cry.
That's
There's a big
precious.
difference. There's a big difference on that one.
Now, sometimes them tears fall, they don't mean something wrong now.
Right.
That's right.
Sometimes some joy in there somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I understand that part.
It's a release of stress.
But I still have
Right.
to have that moment where I can say I don't cry. I mean, that's the one thing I take away out of everything that I've changed since in the past 2 years. I still don't cry. Now I sweat from my eyeballs. That's about it. But I don't cry.
You ever had that check?
Huh?
You ever had that check?
No. It's just my way of saying that I don't cry.
Let's see what you got to say.
I'm coming in here with my shirt that the city of Austin won't renew for station number 24 because it's got a pit bull on it. They won't renew it because of the
Fire
pit
Station
bull.
24.
Yeah, this is my guys at Station 24, South
Down the
Austin,
hall,
Dove
down
Springs.
the road from.
Can't they put another
Anyways.
animal on there?
Yeah, anyways, for those of you guys who have been kind
Rough
of,
to fireman, you know.
hey, have been kind of watching and looking for updates and all that. Well, I had
Yeah,
my last CT scan was on Friday. It was a month from my 6-month one, okay? And so, I'm just waiting to go next week to hear the news. Well, my doctor calls me. It's either good news or bad news. Well, the good news is the tumor in my liver still seems to be stabilized. It hasn't shrunk any, hasn't grown any, but it's not really the appropriate amount of time between CTs to see what it is. But that blob they were worried about in my lung has shrunk considerably, and so it might have been an infection, an allergy, or something. But anyways, the blob in my lung is going away, and
Hey, that's good. They got to get credit for that. Yay!
Hey, I just say thanks to Dr. Camp over there at Texas Oncology South. I love you. I've been with him for 10 years, and I wouldn't trade oncologists at all.
You ready now?
I gotta get ready to go next door.
So we got.
I gotta go.
So Mrs. Pokey, is that?
To meet you.
I gotta
Mrs.
go for
Pokey,
my
is that one of
show.
those-
You're a good man.
You too, baby.
You're a good
I
man.
don't finish till 9.
Have a good
I
show.
love you. I love you.
We'll try to anyway.
Thank you.
They're gonna go do their show. Come on. Don't change channel. We got about 10 minutes for their show.
They got 10 minutes for that show?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
go off at 58:30. So we got
What
about
time
5
is-
minutes.
We got 5 minutes. We ain't keep on. Let's
Yeah, I
do
still
something else.
want to know how to. You say get along, but there's some people out there I can't get along with.
Yeah, it's, what you do is
I got a lot of friends that are Democrats, but some of them
You
really,
gotta find those
why you
comments.
can't get along with them?
Because they get stuck on this stuff like they want
what?
anybody going to any bathroom.
Well,
Well, I don't want. I mean, I do.
They don't want me to have a gun. Anybody else to have a gun?
Yeah, we don't need no gun no way, Pokey.
I don't know.
We don't need no gun. Don't holler. We
Talking
need
about
now.
use hop over.
You don't need
would
now. You don't need no gun. Anybody mess with you, they have no
Anytime
gun.
the government wants to take your gun, look the hell out.
That's right. If you got a gun, you ain't gonna be in trouble.
If you ain't got a gun, then you can't stop it anyway.
You ain't gonna stop anyway. I ain't gonna do nothing to make people want to hurt me no way. I'm not saying a harm way.
Nonetheless, I'm saying if the
You ain't
government
out
wants my gun, I don't like it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but what you gonna use it for?
Hopefully nothing
Well, then what you want? Nothing.
to make
You
sure
gonna
the
use it
government
for
don't do it to me.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. Who you
Sure.
doing something to? Ain't nobody doing nothing to you.
History is full of instances.
Yeah, but not toward you.
of
not
course
toward
not. I
you.
ain't lived that long.
Yeah, not toward. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. I don't believe that. I don't believe people mess with you. Not where you had to have a gun.
Not they might.
No. I
You
don't
never
believe
really
that.
know.
I can
Why
see
not?
it because I don't see you had no dope dealer.
No, it
I
don't have
don't
to
see
be.
it when that's who got them.
In case one of them come around, I better have one. too.
What they come around you for?
Why not? I live on Crack Street.
Yeah, but why you on there?
'Cause that's where I can afford to live.
Yeah, but that's all right. Crack Street ain't nothing. That's the name of the street.
No, it's
Everybody
something
don't
else,
eat, everybody ain't do crack no more. They doing other things.
but- Well, they do it on my street.
You must be looking out the window.
No, I sit on the porch. I know
Yeah.
most of them. They're all right, but
Yeah, I don't.
things
I'm
like
on
that.
12th
There's other
Street.
issues.
I'm on 12th Street. I know issues, but I ain't. I don't involve
Property
in.
taxes.
Oh, hey, by the way, the river in South America just got rich. I spent all his money.
Who money?
My, she got my credit card in here. It's just a thing not to go to something else.
You
Card
buy-
skimmers.
Yeah, that's why I don't have them.
Well, yeah, like we already discussed that too earlier. We
I don't have no
a couple minutes
card.
left.
I got $2.3
Scares
million
me every
in
time I
my
have to use one of
savings.
these.
For what? Why you
Because
use
somebody's, because what else you
But
gonna
why you
do?
won't have money in your pocket?
I got money in the pocket too, but
Well, use that.
No,
you gotta get it with this.
you're familiar with the skimmers, aren't you,
Yeah.
Gabriel?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little video you can put into how to spot or how to identify card skimmers
How you identify?
on YouTube or just on the internet. There's a one good video. It's about 10 minutes from some company. I forget what name it is, but anyway, it's got good information as to what to kind of keep an eye out for on skimmers. And then they have another video where sometimes it's just blatant. They have like the same little cover that goes where you slide in your card,
We're
and
down less than
they
3
glue
minutes.
that card on top of it. that little portal on top of the other one, and you could like see where the glue was on it, because you could see on one machine it had the glue thing on there, and the other one didn't. And he just popped it off, and you can see the little chip on there that does it.
Wow.
But anyways, it's an interesting little video, and it's on one of the shows.
Hey, do my interview about Brian made in the movie Joe on the red carpet.
You got about 2 minutes
Brian
now.
B-R-I-A-N.
We will, we'll look for that one definitely. It's just the internet's acting slow here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those drawbacks of having free Wi-Fi for a public
Right.
school. So, or I mean, not a public school, but for a public building. So you're
It's
just seeing
almost
that
like
running.
you have to get on this new modern stuff. You say you ain't got no Facebook page or nothing.
Don't want it.
Well,
It's
sooner or
tough.
later.
It's tough. It's tough to be off of it, and it's tough to be on it.
Yeah.
Because most of the people that, like for example, when we're talking about creating unity, most of the people that are
Creating unity or on the internet.
or that are trying to
Trying to.
connect with the people are on there.
Yeah.
And it's
That's the way you reach out to everybody.
We're on there.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's one of the great ways to reach out to everybody at a mass scale. But when it comes to the one-on-one conversations, when it comes to creating that unity that you were talking about earlier, you have to have those one-on-one conversations,
Right.
or the 1-on-10 conversations, just
Right.
to go ahead and make things
To
happen.
make that happen.
Yeah, definitely. So we've
If y'all
got
don't
about
talk about it and don't show it, one thing about it, all that talk is all right, but it got to be worked with that talk.
true. That is true. So we got about a minute left. Mr. Mays, we want to thank you again for being on the show here.
Yeah, I thank
We
y'all
would
for
love-
having me here.
We would love to have you on the show again, so we can talk more about your career and your movies, and we can talk a little bit more politics if you're up for it. And then
We're all going to get along.
Y'all got to get along.
pretty much, yeah.
Now, I
And
agree
then,
with y'all. There's issues I can agree with, even with my Democrat buddies.
Right.
But some of them we so very different on.
Ain't nothing wrong getting on the same level with them.
true. And we also want to thank Mike Lee for being on the show with Ms. Laura Pressley, who were just on here for a few minutes, and they are going to be doing their show in just a little bit. Pokey, anything we need to add?
Yeah, we'll be back next week. I thought I had something in ink for next week, but now it's in pencil. So I don't know if it's going to be it or not.
We'll make something
Oh
happen.
no, next week is in ink. It's LULAC Education Service Centers.
Yes.
It's on the 24th that I don't know about, and on May 1st. It's still working on that. But we may just come back and I like this just banter about like this.
There you go.
We
So.
do this all the time. 5 seconds. Go.
So on behalf of everybody, thank you again for being on the show, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye
All right,
bye.
then, guys. All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.